Okay, sorry guys, my camera keeps turning off for some reason. So we're back to Lindy going to the fair, and X is the number of rides, Y is the total amount of money she's going to spend, and we're trying to find an equation for this situation. And we're going to put the equation in slope-intercept form, like this. So here's my slope, M is my slope is my rate, so much per, so in this case, $2 per ride, and then B is my y-intercept. That's the one, remember I said in class, bam, the amount that they pay one time. Well, Lindy pays one time $10 to get in the fair, so that's my y-intercept. And if you'll notice over here, remember how our y-intercept is always in this form? X is 0, y is 10. So we can see from the chart that we made that this is our y-intercept, and we know that that's our y-intercept because she pays that amount one time. And then X is going to vary depending upon how many rides she goes on, but M is the rate. How much is she going to pay per ride? That's $2. So it's $2 for every ride. So if X is one ride, this is $2 plus the 10 to get in. If X is 4 rides, 4 times 2 is $8 for rides plus the 10 to get in. And if you combine all that, that's going to give you the total amount of money she spends for the day. So this is the equation for number 6, Lindy going to the fair. Okay, let's look at number 7. Your computer crashed and it needs a quick repair. You call a computer technician to find out his prices. He said he charges $9 per hour plus $15 to drive to your home. Create an equation to represent this situation. Then complete the table for 1, 2, 5, or 7 hours. Okay, let's think about this. Your computer crashed and it needs a quick repair. You call a computer technician to find out his prices. He says he charges $9 per hour. There's that per word. When we see per hour, that tells us that that's a rate. $9 per hour. So my rate is $9 per hour. That's 1 hour. Every hour, $9. Plus, in addition to that rate, he's going to charge us $15 to drive to the house. Boom! Right off the bat, he shows up. You have to pay him $15 just for driving there, and he hasn't even done anything yet. So that sounds to me like the $15 to drive to your house is your y-intercept, because you pay that one time, and your rate is $9 per hour. That's your slope. Your slope is your rate. Well, this shouldn't be hard. So y equals the slope of $9 times how many hours, X is hours, plus $15 just to show up at your house. So if we finished our chart out, we're going to do 1, 2, 5, or 7 hours. I'd do it like this. I'd make my chart like this. And I'd say let's let X be 1, 2, 5, or 7 hours. We're going to plug those values into our equation. You know what? I'm going to say let's let X be 0 hours. And that's the point where he drives to your house. He hasn't spent any time repairing your computer, but already you have to pay $15 because he drove to your house. So y equals 9 times x when x is 0. 9 times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 15 is 15. So when he hasn't spent any time repairing your computer, he still has to, or we still have to pay him $15 just for driving to the house. That's your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is your b value in your equation. What if x is 1? Well, 9 times 1, which is the number of hours, is 9. 9 plus 15 is $24. If he works for 2 hours, 9 times 2 is $18, plus 15 to repair your computer. That's going to equal $33. If he works for 5 hours, 9 times 5 is 45. 45 for the work he does, plus 15 for driving there, is $60. And if he works for 7 hours, 9 times 7 is $63 just to repair your computer, plus 15 bucks for driving there. That's $78. Okay, there's our chart. This is how much he's going to charge. Look at this. The difference here is 9, and at the same time, the difference here is 1. The difference here is, let's see, 27, and at the same time, the difference here is 3. The difference here is 18, and at the same time, the difference here is 2. So remember, rate is change in y over change in x. The change in y here is 9. At the same time, the change in x is 1. The change in y here is 27. At the same time, the change in x is 3. The change here in y is 18. At the same time, the change in x is 2. Look at every single one of these fractions. They all simplify to, there's my 27 over 3, simplifies to 9. Here's my 18 over 2, simplifies to 9. 9, 9, 9. That's the rate of change. That's your slope. That's his hourly rate. All right. Identify the slope and y-intercept in each of these. I'm going to go quickly because it's easy. The slope is 6. That's your rate. And if you want to, you can call it 6 over 1. And in this same equation, the y-intercept is 12. The slope is 1/3, 1 over 3. The y-intercept is -20. The slope here is -5/7, and the y-intercept is -2. And remember, each one of these is not proportional because they all have a y-intercept that is not 0. These are going to touch the y-axis somewhere other than the point of origin. They will be non-proportional. Okay, plot these